Okay, this says 200 for 5 minutes.
I'm still plaintiff Mr. Dougherty.
I'm the witness.
I'm the court.
I'm defense attorney Mr. Bender. Starts with me. 1978, when you had your car accident, did you have any medication?
No.
1984, you had an accident at work.
Correct.
Were you taking medication as a result of that accident?
Yes, I was before surgery.
What medication was that?
I believe it was painkillers and muscle relaxers.
And how long did you continue to take these pills after the accident in 1984?
Only when I needed them, off and on.
Okay.
2 months, 6 months, a year?
I believe 2 months.
And then you stopped taking them completely?
Yes.
And when did you start taking them again?
In 87.
And you had some kind of accident in 1987?
No, this was my second back surgery.
Okay, were you taking Soma, which is a muscle relaxer for your back?
Correct, for muscle spasms.
And that was 87. Do you remember what month that was in 1987?
I believe February is when I had my surgery.
Okay, and did you continue taking Somas for a while after your surgery?
Your Honor, again, I would object. I think we need to look back at June 1990 and see what she's taking. Well, we're almost there, John. Go ahead.
Did you continue taking Somas after the surgery?
I only took them when I needed them. I didn't take them on a daily basis.
Well, how often did you need them?
It was once every 2 or 3 months.
So you would take them for a day once every 2 or 3 months?
No, for a couple days.
Okay, and then you were given a prescription for Somas after that as well, were you not?
After what?
After 1987?
Yes.
Do you remember why that was?
Yeah, because I had, between my back and my legs, I had a lot of muscle spasms.
Okay, do you remember when you got the prescription after 1987 for Somas?
I believe it was in 88.
The beginning of 88?
Towards the end of 88, I had bladder surgery.
And they gave you Somas for your bladder surgery?
Yes, and pain pills.
And was that Dr. Ray?
No, that was not. That was...
Objection, relevance.
What's his name?
Since we've gone this far, we're working towards 1990.
Yes, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Okay, and you were taking Somas in 1988, correct?
Yes.
Were you taking it for any other reason?
Yeah, for my back surgery.
And you would go to the doctor and get a new prescription or a refill?
No.
And did you have a standing refill at the pharmacy?
Yes, I did.
And what pharmacy was that?
You mean...
Objection, relevance. Sustained.
Okay. You had a standing refill at a pharmacy?
Objection asked and answered. Her answer was yes.
Okay, and that was a standing refill still in place in June of 1990?
No, it wasn't.
When did it stop?
I believe in 89.
Were you taking Somas at all after 1989?
Yes, but I got a prescription from my doctor, Dr. Ray.
And do you remember what part of 1989 that was?
No, I got them in 1990.
You got the Somas from Dr. Ray in 1990?
A prescription, yes.
Was that after the June 7 incident?
Before.
Okay, and between 1989 and the time you say you saw a Dr. Ray, you weren't taking any Somas?
Could you say that again?
Was there a period of time when you ceased taking Somas?
Yes, there was.
And was that between 1989 and 1990?
I believe so.
How long did you stop taking them for?
About 4 months.
Do you remember specifically, more or less, when this period was that you were taking the pills?
No, I don't.
Well, let me see if I can help you refresh your recollection. Would it have been the beginning of 1990, January, February, March, April of 1990? Were you taking Somas then?
I believe it was February.
That you stopped taking them or you started taking
I
them?
started taking them.
Okay, so it was for approximately 4 months prior to February 1990 that you were not taking Somas?
Correct.
Okay, you started the Somas again around February of 1990?
I believe so.
And how frequently were you taking them at that time?
Once or twice a day, not every day.
And do you remember what kind of prescription you got in terms of the pills you would get for your prescription? Was it 30 or 60?
No, it was 30, 1 to 2 tablets, 4 to 6 hours, as needed for pain.
Okay, so it was always 30 that you got?
Yes.
So 30 tablets would probably last you about a month or so?
Maybe 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks, and then you'd get a refill?
No, not unless I needed it. I only had 2 refills on my prescription.
Do you remember when that was, when you had the refills?
Your Honor, I would object to the relevance relevance of this. I still don't see how it ties in with June of 1990.
Well, I think if she was taking medication on the date of the incident or around the date of the incident, it's certainly relevant for her to communicate a recollection of the event and her ability to be clear about what happened.
Well, why don't we move forward?
Did you have a prescription for somas on the date that the incident occurred on June 7, 1990?
No, I did not.